You know what? I just want to say this as someone who works in media, is getting more and more interested in sports content the older that I get. And although we see that media, especially sports media, is changing with the downfall of Sports Illustrated, one thing that has not changed is the audacity. I saw on Instagram yesterday that Ashley Nicole Moss put up a post, who is someone that I like really, really admire and respect, basically talking about how people are more interested in her dating life and rumors about her dating life than they are about her work and work ethic, despite the fact that she's obviously proven herself. I mean, she's a Forbes 30 under 30. She was, I believe, the first woman to be a correspondent. I guess that'd be the role, right, for I Am Athlete. And her resume, I think, speaks for itself, but yet it continues to be questioned, even though she has the credentials and she's been putting in probably over a decade worth of work into this industry. And we know that the sports world can be sexist. Even when I went to go interview Aaron Rodgers, now mind you, if I'm interviewing anybody, I usually spend days preparing for this. So I spent days preparing for a 3-minute conversation with Aaron Rodgers. And the first red carpet I ever did in my life was actually the NFL honors, so I have a lot of experience and more experience doing sports red carpets than I do anything else. And there was an older gentleman, probably about my parents' age, who made a very sexist comment, microaggression to me, basically saying that there's no way I would know anything about Aaron Rodgers other than him being handsome. At the end of the day, Aaron Rodgers thanked me for my interview and thanked me for having thoughtful questions, and the individual who assumed that I knew nothing about him did not receive the same response. Now, aside from the sexism I have witnessed, I also want to talk about the anti-blackness I witness and the commentary I see, particularly toward black quarterbacks, because there was oftentimes this idea that black men cannot be quarterbacks. Like, the last Super Bowl, to physically be present there as a black person is probably one of the greatest experiences I've ever had. And I know when I become a mother, those will be the type of conversations I would want to share with my children. Being able to witness Jalen Hurts and Patrick Mahomes in person, and meeting with Doug Williams and people like that, and seeing how that impacted them, is a privilege I will never take for granted. But on the flip side of that, I hear how people in media and I see how people online talk about people like a Dak Prescott and like a Lamar Jackson, and they don't have the same type of commentary for a Joe Allen or a Joe Burrow. I meant Josh Allen, y'all. I'm sorry, like, for the blunder. I'm really tired. I'm running on 2 hours of sleep. But anyways, like, I feel like the bar is always moving for Lamar Jackson and a Dak Prescott, but then the bar is also lowered for their white peers and counterparts in a way that I just don't think we should ignore. So when it comes to the playoffs, I am a Bears fan, but I'm also an American, and football to me feels like the most American thing in the world. And I want us to be very mindful when we are making football critiques about either the players or the people who provide commentary to keep us informed about what's going on. If our comments and our beliefs and our thoughts are educated opinions, or they are rooted in either sexism or anti-blackness. Because the reality is, first of all, Lamar Jackson has proved himself. But aside from that, if Dak Prescott was fully white and was not half black, would you have the same energy for him? Like, in media, we are living in a time where people literally will publish articles not knowing the difference between Blac Chyna and Lotto, not knowing the difference between Burna Boy and another Afrobeats artist. Literally, the Grammys posted a commercial using the wrong artist who literally looks nothing like him. And when we talk about, professional athletes, I think we associate sports and sports culture with black culture because so many black people are in sports, but those disparities still exist in the way we talk about black athletes, especially in football. Oftentimes is still rooted in anti-blackness. And I don't know, those are just my thoughts. So as sports media continues to evolve in a direction where I don't really know where it's going and where I fit in the conversation, I do think collectively we really need to think about how our biases inform our commentary about professional athletes who honestly risk their bodies every day to entertain us, the viewers.